Neon X. Yo, what's up, man? What's the word, yo? What's the word, man? How you doing? Long time see. Your boy ain't been on here in a little minute, man. You know, living life and shit. How have you been? I've been good. I've been good. Thank you for being consistent too. For like, always popping up, man. When you see that I went live, I appreciate that. Shit, it's chilling, man. Just got off work. Shit, here with my twin and shit, man. We just, vibing and shit. Like, where is my shit, hell yeah, brother. Yeah, man, appreciate you. So, how has Twitch been? Twitch has been alright, you know. Shit, I'm still trying to, you know, get affiliated, right?
You
Or
already affiliated. You just gotta go on the computer and just do what you need to do.
yeah, so
Or
basically,
you can log in, or I can do it for you. Log in on your account.
yeah, shit, I got shit, I need a computer so I can basically put my information in to get affiliated and whatever. But I mean, yeah, shit. I mean, it's been going good. Shit, I ain't really been playing the game or streaming much like that.
Should be.
The hardest game you gonna ever play in life is
The game of life.
the game of life, right? The game of ups and downs, the game of trials and tribulations and shit, man. And that's what I've been pretty much experiencing lately, right? Ups and downs, trials and tribulations, but nevertheless, I'm getting through that shit, right? And I thank the Most High, thank the people around me, right? Because that shit is important. Yeah, but shit, I don't know. I just decided to hop on live though and see what the vibes was. I haven't been on live in a nice little minute, right? I feel like I'm losing my touch and shit, I feel like I'm losing my touch, right? Yeah. But I mean, shit, it's a pretty good day though, shit. I actually feel good as hell outside though, to be completely honest. Is that milk? We got 3 people up in the chat. 3 people up in the chat, man. What's the word? Huh? Oh, it's way. Yeah. Shit, if they go in this motherfucker with pinking in their brain and shit, you know, watching TV, nothing too much. Had to be at work and shit like that tomorrow too. So I mean, shit, if anything, just sit back, chill out, shit, give me some sleep.
You know that way you ain't finna go to sleep.
And then I'm finna try. Shit, I'm finna try to get some sleep. Wake up tomorrow to to an even better day. Wake up tomorrow to an even beautifuler day. that's not a word, but wake up tomorrow with a bigger smile on my face than today. That's the goal. That's the vibe. We got 7 people up in the chat, man. What's the word, y'all? Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through. How y'all beautiful people though? How y'all beautiful people doing today anyway? You know what y'all got going on? You know, I done took my earrings out and shit like that, thinking that ain't nobody was gonna pop up, but now it's like people popping up, and it's kind of like I feel like I want to put my earphones in. My phone. All right, better. I want to do something, but not like do something like that. I want to write. I really want to write. So let's go get my notebook. I'm cool on this one. Alright, we still got 8 people up here. Alright, so before we get started on the writing and shit, I want to share some things that I had actually written on my whiteboard, right? I just want to share this with y'all because it really inspired me. So, the question was, who's the judge, right? The judge is God, right? Why is he God? Because he decides who wins or loses, not my opponent. And who is your opponent? He doesn't exist. Your opponent does not exist. And why doesn't he exist? Because he is a mere dissenting voice to the truth that I speak, right? And to be honest, I actually wrote this before I went into work. And, well, I didn't write it, but I wrote it down before I went into work, and it was just, inspiring, right? Because God really is the judge, right? Because God really does decide who wins and who loses, right? Some people have like horrible start offs in life, right? Some people go through the most diabolical shit in life, right? But for some reason they still win. Why? Right? That's because whatever we're facing, whoever our opponent is, whoever is keeping us away from what we truly want does not exist. They don't, right? Because he is a mere dissenting voice to the truth that I speak, right? And I think that Bruce Lee had said something like that too. Today is the 15th, right? May 15th, 2026. I'm actually going to start out by writing me versus me, right? Y'all probably figuring like, okay, why am I writing me versus me, right? Because that was the theme for today for some reason. It was me versus me. It was me fighting and battling my own inner demons, right? It was me battling discipline, right? It was me battling, restraint, right? It's me versus me, right? Just like it's you versus you in this life. It's only you versus you, right? Let's read this again. Who's the judge? The judge is God, right? So God is the judge and jury. God is the judge and executioner, right? Why is he God? Because he decides who wins or loses, not my opponent. And who is your opponent? He doesn't exist. And why doesn't he exist? Because he is a mere dissenting voice to the truth that I speak. So that means that we got to start speaking more truth, right? Being true with ourselves, right? It's me versus pleasure. It's me versus discipline. It's me versus patience, right? I always felt like the best way to actually, fight an enemy is to know what you're fighting or know who you're fighting, right? A lot of people in life are fighting themselves, but they do not know what in themselves they are fighting, right? Like a lot of people get caught up in, not loving themselves and shit like that because they feel like that they are the problem. But that's not really true, right? If you're the problem, then you're also the solution as well, right? And a lot of times we gotta look within and find those solutions, right? You're always gonna be your best teacher. You're always gonna be your best teacher, right? Life is gonna be your best teacher. It's 11:06. Me versus pleasure, me versus discipline, me versus patience, me versus ego, right? We all battle our ego. And me versus fear, right? We all fear something, right? These are some of the aspects of ourselves that we battle: pleasure, discipline, patience, ego. What else? What else do I battle? But you gotta be true with yourself when you actually ask yourself these questions. Pain, me versus pain, right? The pain that people have felt in this life have driven them to do a lot of things and to believe a lot of things and to, you know, have this mindset around a lot of things, right? We battle all that shit, I mean, on a daily, or at least me. Really, it should be two more.